everybody, Mrs. Braza here, your elementary dance teacher, and I'm really excited this week because this week we're exploring the element of energy. That's right. We've gone through all 4 of the dance elements, so let's do a quick review and we'll talk about what we're going to learn today. My turn, your turn, right? What I say and do, you say and do. Great, here we go. The elements of dance. Body, space, energy, time. That's right, we've gone through time. We talked about it last week and you were experts at a nice steady 4-count beat, as well as varying it up. You're experts at moving around in personal and general space. You know how to do it safely. We'll create it again today. And of course, your body. You know how to make amazing shapes and connect them and move through space while making shapes. You have done an amazing job. So now as we begin our last element, energy, we're starting a very big lesson that's going to take us through a few weeks. And then we're going to add and combine them and play with them in lots of interesting ways as we learn about different styles as well. But energy is so important. Energy is life. And energy is such a big, important word that you don't just find it in dance class. You find it in science class when we're talking about electrons and protons and neutrons. That is how big energy is. Energy is life. So today, what we're going to do as we explore the element of energy, we're going to use something called the different qualities of movement. So when we talk about energy, we also talk about force. And yes, I know some of you immediately thought of the Jedi, use the force. Well, yeah, kind of, because the force can either be hard or it could be light. And then when we talk about energy and force together, well, those are those action words, those movement words, verbs like swing and sway, all of those fun ways of moving your bodies, and we can either move them hard or we can move them light, like I was just doing. And we can play with it and do it 1,000 different ways, and there is no wrong way. Just as long as you don't hurt yourself and you've made enough personal space, you're going to have a blast. So today, let's make some personal space and let's explore a lot of different vocabulary words. This first lesson is all about vocabulary and how to put that vocabulary into your bodies. So your teachers are all cheering right now. Yay! So let's start, shall we? Let's do this. So you know what to do, hopefully, but I will always remind you because safety first. Stand up, feet flat, stand tall, make your bubble please, check and see, move around, make sure your bubble is beautiful. And you can make your bubble now any way you want. Some people like to paint their bubble. Some people just like to wrap a ribbon, like they're holding a ribbon stick or a scarf around their bubble. Check and see, do you have the space you need? Are you wearing socks? No sliding around here. Shoes or bare feet. And find your little bit of general space. Pause the video. You know I always say that if you have to push anything out of the way. Okay? Here we go. Now, as we're going through this today, it's going to feel like a warm-up of vocabulary words, which is always a good thing. We're going to start with swing today. swing. And let's just swing one arm. Now we've done this in our brain dance before. Swing the other arm. Swing both arms. Now you can swing your arms hard. Go for it. Go for it. Stay with me. Or light. So now you can see and feel the difference between the force. Hard and light. Okay? Now, when you swing one leg, swing a leg, swing the other leg. And this is kind of light, right? This is like a light swing. What if you swing it hard, hard, hard? Good, excellent, you got the idea. And go ahead and swing your whole body any way you want. Swing, hard, light, play with the force. Good, and freeze. Excellent. Let's sway. Now, sway, I'm just kind of leaning and bending from side to side. Let's sway forwards, sway backwards. And this feels just like a nice stretch. So I always like to go slow first because I'm old. I want to be good to my body. But what if I changed this movement and decided to add my head and use the hard force or my whole body and sway hard, now light. Excellent. And freeze. Excellent playing with hard and light and different type of qualities. Now what about spinning? Please be careful. This is where general space is very important. Spinning today. Who doesn't love a good spin? Once again, if I'm going to spin light, someone think like a ballerina. Spin, spin, spin. Play with that right now. It's okay if you fall out of it. I haven't taught you that technique of correctly going into a perfect pirouette or spin. But don't worry about that. That's not what the point is. Now, what if you wanted to spin hard? Play with it. You got about 10 seconds. Play. Play with it any way you want. Fall out of it. Spin. Good. And freeze. So far, swing, sway, spin. Lots of S words. Okay, how about shake? Now, when I talk about shake, a lot of people get wiggle and shake kind of confused. But just think of like an earthquake shake. So try shaking your body. Feel what that feels like as you're shaking your body. Now shake light. Just like you're shaking just a little bit of salt on your French fries. A lot of salt on your French fries. Shake, 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 shake. And freeze. You got it. Now when someone says sharp, ooh, that automatically makes us think of a picture in our mind of something very stiff and sharp, like a knife. So your movements almost feel like you're hard and hitting something, and always seem to come with the word hard with force. So let's try. Let's go for it. Sharp. Go. Move stiff and move stiff and sharp. How do you move? Stiff, sharp. Stiff, sharp. Go ahead. Go ahead. Explore it. How do you put sharp? Like a knife. How do you lift your legs and use your whole body? Yes, it is okay as long as you have good general space to kick sharp, absolutely, and freeze. Good. Gotta be careful with that one though, but it sure is fun. Now, slice is very much like sharp because it's always like an up and down motion. So try now the same thing, but think about slice. slice, 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 move, slice. So you're moving up to down, you're cutting across air, around, slicing through things. Slice, slice. Okay, now the next word, push. These are really obvious. So when you're pushing, you're imagining that your body is pushing an invisible force. This is pretty light, right? If I want to make it heavy, I've got to use my imagination a little bit and make it seem like it's heavy. So push. So when we're talking about push and dance, yeah, it's like we're actually pushing something, okay? We're pressing something, we're pressing maybe down on something, and you can play with that. So let's play with light and hard force with both push and press. And so you go light and go ahead and play with it on your own. Just play with it. Push your hands and press your hands in different directions, because we know our directions. We know down and low level. We know upward and high. So press maybe from your sides. And what about pull now? So, you know, if you're pulling something like a rope, you know that feeling is the opposite of push. And we'll talk about opposites here. So we've got pull, we've got push, we've got press, and we can play with those and pull light or hard. Excellent. What about punch? Oh, yes. Creative movement means, hey, movement in general, and that means do a little karate. Punch. We know what punch is. Punch down, punch up, punch to the side, you know, and kick, kick. Same thing. Kick forward, kick back, right? Punch and kick. These are different qualities of movement, and you can do them hard. You can do it light. Whatever you want. Very good. Now, what about bounce? Go ahead and play with bounce right now. Bounce around. Don't need to stay in one place. Excellent. Freeze. Now what about like loose? Some people call it relax or, you know, floppy, but loose. Like a rag doll. Show me how you move. And you can play again with hard and light. Light, light, and then hard, but you're still floppy and loose. Like you have no control. And freeze. But actually you do. Good. And the last one we're going to explore, floating. This is just, you know, imagine yourself like a balloon. Floating. How would you move your body? Now remember, whenever we use these words, we put it in our entire body. Play with float right now. Float around. Whatever that means, just get up and move and imagine. It doesn't mean you're playing with the balloon. It means your body feels like the balloon. And it has that energy of floating around and going up and going down and going from side to side. And relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Okay, so now we're going to work with opposing energy movements. So right now we're going to do opposites basically. Sharp, smooth, push, pull, floating, collapsing, spinning, swinging, heavy, and light. Okay? So let's just first start with sharp and smooth, okay? Let's start with playing with sharp. Sharp, sharp, sharp. You're on your feet, you're moving your body with me, and now change it to smooth. So we're gonna go in between the two opposites. And sharp, 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 smooth, like peanut butter. Here we go, push and pull, ready, go. Push and pull. Push and pull. Ready, and how about floating, collapsing, floating and collapsing, floating any way that feels light like a feather and collapsing. And spin and swing. And spin and swing. Now show me heavy, heavy, heavy. Light, 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 light. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Light, 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 light. Excellent job. Okay, so now let's put it all together, shall we? So we're gonna move our body to some music with, of course, my drum as the cue, okay? But instead of us going into stillness on the double drum beat cue, we won't. We're gonna change and we're gonna move into different kinds of walking. Don't need to memorize anything. I'm gonna call it out for you. You just explore the different ways of moving your body, okay? Okay. This first one, we're going to start with heavy walking. Go ahead, show me how you heavy walking, whatever that means to you. Heavy walking. You can play with it, but I want you to move around with it. Show me sharp and smooth. Play with sharp, and then go ahead and play with smooth. Any way you want. You don't have to copy me. Explore it on your own. Sharp movements and smooth. Light walking. Any way that feels light to you. Push and pull, opposite. Play with it any direction you want. Bounce walk. Whatever that means to you. Float and collapse. Swing and walk. Spin and swing opposites. Play with spinning and swinging any way you want. Walk with a wiggle. Show me heavy and light. show me how you strut walk again. Oh, and that came to the end.
Kids, I absolutely had a wonderful time dancing with you today, and you did a great job exploring lots of different vocabulary, lots of different verbs, and showing them differently with your body. It's a big task, and we're going to keep coming back to it over and over again. But two that are really important are the opposites, hard and light. So students, I'm going to ask that in your journals this week that you actually draw me some pictures of different things that are heavy and different things that are light, to create that opposite energies of a hard energy and a light energy. And the more that we can imagine while we're dancing, the easier it is to create it with our bodies. Also in your journals, I want you to draw some things that are sharp and some things that are smooth. Okay? Look forward to dancing with you again real soon, and remember to dance on. You're doing great. He agrees.